You ever see Lin-Manuel Miranda rapping on House? I'm a manic Hispanic who's got a... And then he loses the rhyme, and then he looks at Dr. House, and Dr. House goes, my name is Jeff. And then Lin-Manuel Miranda goes, Dr. House in the house, y'all. It's a pretty good episode. Dr. House verbally abuses a member of his staff until she kills herself. But here's the thing, he was right. So really, in real life, there are no bad people. There's just differences of opinion or something. I'm not hating on House. House kind of a... Listen, was it a good show? It was in the mid-2000s when TV was worse. What does it compare to fucking Better Call Saul? Probably not, okay? But like in the mid-2000s, it was a damn revelation because you were either watching that or Joey, right? So, like, listen, if you didn't live through it, don't judge it. That's all I'm saying. What about Nip Tuck? I watched the first season of Nip Tuck. I thought it was like serious television that was good. And then like at the end of the first season, I'm pretty sure that they give a drug lord plastic surgery that like changes his appearance so much that he's unrecognizable. And then I was like, this is a damn soap opera. Like, this is not a serious television. This is like General Hospital or like As the World Turns or something like that. What about Lost? I only watched like the first season of Lost, which is crazy because I think that it was good in the first season and then it got like really, really good in like the second season. And then maybe it sort of fell off, but what the heck was that? I will also say, like, why did I stop watching it? I don't know. I was 15. Like, life changes fast at that era. Shout out to the year ABC made Lost, Desperate Housewives, and Ugly Betty. So true. I've seen none of almost all of those shows, but big ups. I don't disagree. I got nothing against it. Desperate Housewives was kind of a banger. I never saw it. I definitely, for some reason, I'm familiar. I know it sounds like I'm making a joke. I'm not making a joke. I think it's because my mom watched Entertainment Tonight. I'm familiar with like every actress who was on it. You had your Eva Longoria. You had your Nicolette Sheridan. You had... Who else? Maybe I'm not familiar with all of them. Now that I think about it. Marcia Cross and Terry... I should have gotten Terry Hatcher. I'll forgive myself missing Marcia Cross, but... No disrespect to Marcia, of course. I'm just saying. Terry Hatcher, like as a kid, I grew up watching The Adventures of Superman and Lois. And PETA. Oh, Felicity Huffman. Gertrude Stein. I forgot Gertrude Stein was in that one. Okay, I'm being told Gertrude Stein was not in Desperate Housewives. I'm being told that that is disrespectful to one of the great American female novelists of the 20th century. I'd like to apologize to the estate of Gertrude Stein. Not accepted. Son of a bitch. I really needed that one. I needed to get back in the good graces of the Stein heads. You ever think about how Jim and Pam built their relationship off of bullying their autistic coworker? You know what? Listen, get out of my chat, because you're right and I hate it. It's okay, because yes, they bullied him, but like later on, they become friends with him. Like they recognize Dwight's quirks and they like find the ability to have like a mutual degree of respect between them in spite of the fact that maybe they kind of, well, they antagonize him, but he antagonizes them too by like annoying them sometimes. He probably does some other stuff. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Dwight chose him as his best man. Did that sentence make sense? Dwight chose him as him best man? Dwight chose him as his best man? Dwight was the asshole? He's just kind of a dweeb, right? Like, I mean, I've seen a lot of The Office. I should have more nuance for this discussion, but I don't really. Maybe that's for the best. He shot a gun in the office and aimed a sniper rifle at his boss. Wait, is that problematic or based? Based? Wait, which boss? Did he aim a sniper rifle at Michael? Because Michael was just misunderstood. Or did he aim a sniper rifle at the Lizard King? Because that would make sense. It's problematic how based it is. Yeah, I'm into fitness. Fitting this whole pizza in my mouth in Ketchikan, Alaska. I see what you did there. Let's get high. Depends whether Michael Scott was in his racist era. You guys need to relax, okay? Michael Scott loves everybody. He loves them so much that he wanted them to laugh, and that's what led to him making a racist joke, okay? It's only that he loved so many people so much that he made a mistake in service of that love. It is, you know what's crazy to me is watching The Office when it aired, and thinking it was very funny that Michael Scott hated Toby for no reason, and then watching The Office like 6 or 7 years ago, and then going to like r/The Office and realizing that a lot of people who watch the show actually just hate Toby. They're like, man, I love this. I love when Michael Scott sticks it to Toby. Yes, Toby in the later episode touches Pam's leg. He shouldn't have done that. And the point of the episode is that he shouldn't have done that, okay? He leaves the office like right after that. But in season 2, like the dude's just going through a divorce or something like that. I gotta own Lord Bruma real quick. If he was good, he'd be called Lord Vacuum. Nice try. Oh, I'm frozen. Hang on. Someone said something about The Office and my millennial. I'm getting rankled as a millennial. Season 1 to 3 of The Office are about normal people trying to find connection and joy in everyday life, and the later seasons are just like, wow, these folks are so zany. I'm 100% with you, okay? I think The Office is not that bad. I think it's unfairly maligned, largely as a result of the fact that it's relatively inoffensive, which is offensive to people in and of itself, because it's perceived as bland and milquetoast. And also the fact that it was insanely popular and still is. But I definitely liked it more when it was like 11 normal people, you know, trying to find a way to stave off boredom, working in this like meaningless occupation. No disrespect to paper salespeople out there, but like, you know, it's a reality. They're not doing what they wanted to do with their lives. You know, they're selling paper, and that comes with a certain amount of like existential crises. And they're kind of they that's an undertone of the series is the soul crushing boredom of like whenever you crit your skills refresh. Ooh. But then, like, Jim and Pam fall in love, and it's like, wow, isn't it crazy that, like, all of these weird people who didn't really get along that much and only were acquaintances as a result of their shared workplace, it's like, actually, we're all best friends with each other. Even still, up until Michael Scott leaves, the show is still kind of, like, okay. But then after that, it only exists to sell mugs. Skill selector. I wouldn't mind getting a different skill. And I'm 100% with you. It has, for a show that gets so much hate, the dinner party episode is actually one of television's great episodes. At least comedy television's great episodes. It's like dinner party. Pick your favorite Simpsons episode. Mine is like 23 short films about Springfield. Hank's Big Night from the Larry Sanders Show. You could probably throw in like a couple Arrested Development season 2 episodes in that, I'd say. Trying to think about what else is in there. Charlie Work, sure. I don't know. I washed out of It's Always Sunny by like season 7, season 6. So I'm familiar with Charlie Work. I'm not familiar with a lot of like I was going to call it modern day It's Always Sunny, but basically like anything in the last 10 years, except for Mac's ballet performance in prison, where Danny DeVito says, "I get it now." How do you feel about Scott's Tots? I think it's pretty good. I think it's overrated as like I can barely watch this episode, but I've also come to understand that like I have no problem with awkward humor, but a lot of people do, and as a result it becomes hard for them to watch it. But that's not me. That's all I'm saying. Palestinian chicken curb episode. I don't know if that's number 1, but it's definitely up there. Palestinian chicken curb episode. It's a great episode. Hang on. No wonder I'm taking too much time. The doll is also up there. Which one is the doll? Hang on. The doll, Curb Your Enthusiasm. What the IMDb description is so funny. Larry cuts the doll's hair with his Swiss Army knife, but when the camera zooms out afterwards, he's holding big blue scissors. I don't think that's the plot synopsis. I think that is a piece of trivia, like a gaffe from the episode. Why is that the highest search result? That's it really is a show about nothing. As part of a deal with ABC, Larry agrees to attend a screening of a new miniseries. At the after-party, Larry finds the bathroom doors have no locks, so he goes to use the upstairs bathroom, and the network exec's daughter asks him to cut the hair off her doll's head. He does, incurring the wrath of the exec's wife, a theater-goer, and Susie. I don't remember it, but I've probably seen it 4 times. Can you describe I Think You Should Leave for people who haven't seen it? The spirit of I Think You Should Leave is when you get mad and you convince yourself in your head that it's justified, and then you talk to the object of your anger, and they explain to you clearly that you're being crazy. And you recognize that you're being crazy, but you're still mad, so you say something insane. You know when you get into an argument and then you start to realize that you were in the wrong, even though you think you're in the right because you're riled up? That's, I think you should leave, is the gradual realization of that. Kind of. I mean, not every sketch is exactly the same, but that just sounds like Larry David. No, see, you got it backwards. Most of the time, in Curb, Larry David is right. It's just that he probably shouldn't. He's breaking the social contract by being so anal about minor social faux pas. There's a subtle difference. Not every sketch is like that, though, and I Think You Should Leave. Every Curb episode is like that, but you know. You see the tweet that was like, people these days only watch television with good episodes? They'll eventually remember that the best kind of TV is something that has 200 episodes and 40 of them are the worst thing you've ever seen. I'm not there yet, but I mean, that's what TV was like when I was growing up. You weren't like, you know, why did I watch 500 episodes of Everybody Loves Raymond? Because, like, I laughed a couple of times per episode, and it fucking came on Mondays at 8 p.m. What am I going to do, right? This is school night.